really hard act to follow. So I'll try my best and bear with me, please. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Okay, for the benefit of those who now don't know me, I'm Keith, Ian's older brother. It's my absolute pleasure to be Ian's best man today, and I thank you, Ian, for allowing me to have this very privileged role. Similarly, I would also like to thank the bride on behalf of the should-be Alice and Flizzy bridesmaids, the wonderful bridesmaids. May I also take this opportunity in complimenting the bride, Louise, as well as her bridesmaids, on how fabulous they all look today, and I'm sure you will all agree. Well done also to Louise, to Ian, and to everyone else involved in making today such a great occasion, and we appreciate the many hours of hard work that has been put in to make today possible. A big well done to you all. And so, welcome to the world of Mayfly. What was little E like as a toddler? Well, it's true to say that not too many photos actually exist of Ian as a baby. Mum, didn't you say it was because he couldn't sit still for long enough? No, the real reason, as this photo shows, was just that he was so ugly. And a couple of years later as well. As you can see, a memento from the stag do. On the subject of the stag do, I have a little gift for you, bro. There's some dodgy looking characters on here, Mr. John Buckland. But I have the framed receipt of the bar bill of that money. £1,000, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to present that to you, bro. Oh, by the way, it's not all settled yet. Well, actually, there may be some mileage from Mum's statement. He arrived early, smack bang on Boxing Day, eager to grace the world stage with his presence. Ian's dogged determination to succeed and prosper in this world continued despite Dad's trying, sorry Dad, mistakenly feeding him turf instead of baby food. And me, accidentally of course, nudging him off a brick wall and him splitting his head open. We did try, Dad. Still did not consent. No, Ian was quite simply a bundle of energy, not to mention mischief. Come on, Dad, get your gears on, was his famous catchphrase when I was on car journeys. Basically, the best of luck to you, though, if any offspring turn out like this. Saying your local hand tool is a massive understatement. Too late now. He loved the sense of adventure, which is probably why he plays golf the way he does. When life losing, in caves, climbing rocks and hills, up trees, he would be there. Oh, and that's without mentioning his infatuation with water. Once, Dad took Ian and his best mate at the time, Ben, fishing for the day. Both quickly got bored with the intended pursuit. And before Dad knew it, there were these little durras, as they called them, floating across Dad's fishing area. Dad was soon very unamused. These little durras were leaves, fully loaded with most of the fishing bait for the day. Suffice to say, the day was cut rather short. And right from an early age, rivaling Ian's love of water was his social appetite. Yes, he just loved to be an integral part of his peers, with his great sense of humour, or humour, as he used to say. We would literally arrive at the holiday camp, usually in the rain, and within minutes Ian would know half the people around. Yeah, you guessed it, the swimming pool. Poor old bro never got a look in. Okay, we've established E was quite at home in water, but this was not the only place Ian felt most at ease. No, Louise, I'm talking about the dance floor, not the bedroom. He loved perfecting the moves to become the next Shaking Stevens. And showing these off any kind of stage and in front of any kind of audience. Thank God, the type of dancing clearly changed somewhat in later years, when I witnessed firsthand his provocative efforts on a quiet dance bender in Magaluf. Anyway, moving on. There was another quite clear sign of Ian's growing love of acting that was already starting to develop at a very early age. Ian just loved to get changed and dressed up. I'm sure our parents must have questioned Ian's sexual orientation. He would get changed about 5 or 6 times in any one day. Just using Mum's wardrobe. One character he took a real shine to was Frank Spencer. This photo clearly shows. I'm not sure if it's Frank Spencer, but it looks pretty good. He also wrote and performed a poem mimicking his then idol. Oh, Betty. There once was a girl called Jessica who had a little cat. Until it grew bigger and bigger, it got very fat. Then one day, Jessica came running in and burst it with a pin. I closed my eyes. Everything was spread equal on the floor. Then I felt brave. I picked it up and then I felt like throwing up. Thank you. And so, it remains a mystery why he never made it as a writer or a poet. Oh, that was age 18 and a half, by the way. Now, it was sports that took far greater prominence in his earlier school years, with his flamingo-like legs proving a real lethal asset in front of him. However, sports slowly but surely got substituted for the lure of the stage. Like sport, there was no shortage of Ian's confidence, be that in musicals such as Grease singing those magic changes, performing in pantomimes, where I was lucky enough to be cast in Babes in the Wood with him and countless other performances. It was at school though that Ian really fell in love with acting. Among his school performances was a play called Teachers, a John Gopper play. Like the teacher he played, Ian wants to make a real difference to the lives of those he taught, showing a real passion and desire to genuinely want to make a difference and help people. I believe this is why Ian is a great teacher now. I have such fond memories of this play that I was also heavily involved with. The three of them performed the entire production and pulled it off. In fact, it was such a hit that we were contemplating taking it to the Edinburgh Festival. Ian was next on stage in Ibiza, where at the age of about 19 he entertained all the hotel guests throughout the summer. I visited him there and decided to take him out golfing for the day. I paid again. 2 holes, we have lost most of the 20 balls we have. Worse still, on the second tee, Ian had left the buggy on a slight decline, and we so nearly lost it to the nearby lake. I'm pleased to report the remaining 16 holes did escape such drama. Good round that, right? E's main claim to fame, however, has to be the infamous debt-free direct patio. Like the teaching paradox, it just seems so funny how he landed this part given his superb financial track record. I must say though, nowadays...
It was typecast for that bit.
I must say though, nowadays Ian has to some degree substituted those wacky thespian outfits for something more fitting with his new stage. Yes, the kitchen. Quite at home in an apron, the now famous Edward Close dishes firmly substitute the footballing prowess of earlier years. Maybe Ian, Ready Steady Cook rather than Phantom is the next live performance. And so, ladies and gentlemen, and so to Ian and Lou. Firstly, thank you, Lou, with all my heart for making my brother so happy. It's not long after Ian met you, about some 18 months or so ago, he said to me, "Bro, I've not met anyone quite like this girl before. I'm not too sure if she's real or where the catch is, but..." But don't worry, bro. I'm going in with my eyes wide open, and I'm going to take things really slow. True to his words, the second, I believe, romantic encounter, consisted of taking her out in St Albans and getting her totally hammered in a sleepy club. Good effort, bro. Not why, though. Continuing the take it steady theme, very soon they were living together, closely followed by an amazing trip to South Africa, where they got engaged. I'm very pleased to report, ladies and gentlemen, the rest is indeed history. Louise, I am really proud to welcome you and your family to be part of the small Mayhew gathering. It was real fun getting to know James, Mark and your cousins Matt and Sam on the stag do, and I really do hope for many more happy occasions ahead. I'd like you to know that we will help and support the both of you, as I'm sure your own family will too. Louise, you look beautiful. And I'm really happy that you're now my sister-in-law. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to propose a toast to the brand spanking new Mr. and Mrs. Mayhew. Please don't be upstanding. On behalf of Steve, Shilly, Alice and Susie, the bridesmaids, may I ask each of you to raise your glasses with the very best of wishes to a very long, happy and healthy future together. To Ian and Louise, cheers.